So, after a very sweet, full segment of love and adoration, admiration and positivity, pushing P as they call it, I'm going to be pushing some N right now, and it's some S. Pushing some S, skepticism. We got some truth bombs coming, and I'm going to be the bad guy here. So last week, finally, we detailed the strange news swirling around James Wiseman, who has been, we'll just say, not living up to the expectations of being the number 2 pick 2 years ago in the draft when LaMelo Ball was taken after him, right? And recall that we talked about how he had a secret surgery in December, a secret one, that the team did not disclose, and literally Anthony Slater had to be Inspector Gadget and also, what was her name? A Murder, She Wrote. He had to go Angela Lansbury. Had to go one part Angela Lansbury, one part Inspector Gadget to find out that James Wiseman, the number 2 overall pick by the Golden State Warriors, had another setback and another quote-unquote clean-up injury that they did not disclose. And he had still not been cleared for contact, even though all year they said he would be ready in the offseason. He would be ready for training camp. It is now 40-something games in. He is nowhere to be found. We have not seen him at all. And so now, a week or two later, it's starting to bubble up in Warriors media. They're starting to be like, hey, I'm concerned. Everyone in Warriors media to Steve Kerr is now really worried. Our guy, Sam Esfandiari from the Light Years podcast, just put out a tweet today, a tweet storm today to address this issue, so you know this is about to become a thing. This is what he said. Warriors are going to be a frustrating 500 team until Draymond returns, but the real story is about what's up with Wiseman, though. The entire situation has not smelt right since he'll be back by camp and then just hiding the second procedure, quote unquote. They did not disclose it. Slater had to dig for it. Yep. Obviously, I feel for Wiseman. Setbacks suck, and that's out of his control. But what is in the team's control is the amount of bigs they carry on a roster. And if a big you were counting on to at minimum play second unit minutes has no timeline, and you're entering game 47, I mean, ... Obviously, I feel for Wiseman. And Steve's frustration here says it too. But whatever now, Draymond has a herniated disc, and your centers are Loon and Otto Porter? Yeah, that's an issue. Want to know why that's going to blow up? Even Steve Kerr has to throw his hands up, and he even calls himself the boy who cried wolf. Here's how he addressed the situation.
Where are we with James now in terms of his progress getting back to the court?
Is he ready?
Anything new?
Yeah,
Steve, that doesn't look good.
well, yeah, I mean, we haven't had a practice now in about a week. We won't have a practice this week because we got a game tomorrow and a day off the following day. So I wish I had something to report. And I know this whole process has been, frustrating for James above all, but also for you guys because you're looking for answers, and for me because I've told you 3 different times I thought he was going to have contact the next week, and then each time it was pushed back, and so this has just not been an easy one to figure out, and so we're still hopeful that he's going to be cleared for contact soon, but there hasn't been an opportunity for that to happen this week.
Steve, just to follow up on James, it's you mentioned it's a hard one to figure out, but it's also a matter of practice time, right? I mean, you made that point, and there isn't a lot of practice time right now. It's not as if he's had some kind of a setback or something. I want to make sure
the point I was making is that over the last month, I'm well aware that you guys have asked, and several times I've said, yeah, we're hoping that he's going to have contact next week, and then he didn't for one reason or another, and he had swelling in his knee, and then he had the procedure to flush the swelling out, and then
which you didn't tell us about.
So there's just been sort of this extended time where he's been out. That's been again most frustrating for him. So it's that the beat goes on. We're still very hopeful that this is all going to happen, that he's going to be out there soon, in context, circumstances, and practice. But at this point, I'm also, aware of, I'm the boy who cried wolf.
Oh, yep. That's what he said.
It happens.
Oh, my God. Guess what? The Warriors might be in trouble if Dre is out for any length of time. This team is 4-7 without Draymond and 28-6 when he plays. So if his lower back issues become a real thing, which apparently disc problems can be a massive deal, and they keep him out for an extended period, oh boy. They cannot afford to be patient with Wiseman anymore. And that has to mean, if you're me, if you're my guy, Bob Myers at the trade deadline, you have to be thinking maybe we need to be swinging for someone like a Serge Ibaka or, yeah, I know, it's not great, or a Christian Wood. Maybe you try to get a Christian Wood at the deadline if you're the Warriors and you want to remain favorites in the West. But I repeat, this is not good. I repeat, this is really bad, and it is and continues to be a developing situation. More to come. That is all the time that we have for the Heat Check. We'll be back Monday with a new episode. Do not forget to download, subscribe. Please tell your friends. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you listening to all of my bullshit. Every single episode, every single day, and that is all that I have to say is just thank you. So follow us on social at This Heat Check and at Trysta Krick on TikTok. Also, Twitter's back, folks. Trysta_Krick. Twitter is back. We got it back, and fuck the scammers. We'll see you Monday, folks. Thank you again.